Hey guys, so I'm dealing with some flooding issues today, so let's talk about that when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome. You've just discovered the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where it's all about being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others free. So, I'm actually not too far away from our site, and I'm actually just taking a look and investigating some flooding issues that we're having this year. So, at any rate, when we first went on to the property, and like last season during the rainy season, and we investigated, how much water was coming onto the property, we had a pretty good clue as to what we would need to do to control that water. But this season, there was much more water coming onto the property than last season, so we were a bit bewildered by it. So upon our investigation, Brandon discovered that the water is coming primarily, the new waters are coming from the mountain where I'm standing here. So if you look behind me, there's a mountain behind me. Like we are literally, I guess, between like two or three mountains, and we're in the valley. So as you know, water rolls downhill, right? So at any rate, back in this area, I guess that would be towards the Aubrey and Lati Woti Mountains, I guess is how it's pronounced. But so at any rate, what happened is that before, this road was just a small road, and there was, not any gutters on this road. However, the government began to expand this road. And so they've expanded this entire road for a few kilometers going up the mountain. And down the entire road is gutters where they're bringing the waters down. And the waters, so if you look behind me here, you see these the gutters open up, and then over here behind me on this side you see more gutters. So at any rate, all of this water is essentially being directed at our properties and other lands back here. So what you have is before, where a lot of these waters was dispersed in various areas. Now they're bringing all that water down the mountain, like on both sides. They're bringing water, and then they're just releasing it to the properties going back in this area. So they didn't decide to take the water and create some kind of lake, pond or something for the water. So they're just leaving it to the property owners behind here to deal with. And and I've mentioned it to the MCE in this area, and they told me to bring some more information. But at the end of the day, it's causing us having to spend more money to actually dig larger ponds, like and I'll show you this on the actual master plan. We don't quite have the master plan ready to show public yet, but I'll show you what we do have and where we're having to dig large ponds, to deal with this. And of course, those large ponds is where we thought we would be actually building at. So now we have, maybe some 20, 30 acres alone that we're just having to put ponds in to deal with the water. So yeah, so it's created a lot of expense for us on our end. And and I just came over here to kind of take a look at the what they're doing over here, and how much potential water we would get coming from here. And it's a lot. It's a lot, because these are some very, very large gutter systems that they have over here, to say the least. So I'm going to turn the camera so you'll actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, yes. So as you can see, the water that's coming off the mountains, and various directions off the mountains, all of this water during a flash flood will eventually be sent to us. And it's a lot of water, and it hadn't been raining for days, but you still see a lot of water coming down even though it hasn't been raining. So you just imagine if it was raining, how much water would be coming through here. So it's a lot of water that they're sending. Okay, so at any rate, I'm going to continue on and drive to the site, and we're going to take a tour of the property today to show you guys what we've been doing to mitigate this water issue that we're confronted with, that is costing us a lot of money, and really the government should be responsible for. And that's going to be another conversation with the politicians, the MCE, that they're taking all of this water and directing it to us. The landowners behind here shouldn't be responsible for having to deal with that much water. So, but at this point, we have no other choice but to deal with it ourselves for our property. And just so happened, Brandon saw an excavator in the area, and he asked them to come to the property and do some excavation. And the operator called the owner of the excavation machine and explained to him that somebody stopped them and want to want to hire the excavator. So the owner was trying to take the excavator to one of his properties, because he said he had to dig a fish farm, a fish pond, before the rains came back. But he allowed us to go ahead and take it, and we've been having it ever since. Maybe a couple weeks or so it's been there. But as the owner was asking his operator about us, and saying, and the owner started to think, and he said, is it the guy over there? Is it like Brandon and Eric? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I know those guys. I've been watching Eric on YouTube. So the owner ended up knowing us. He says that he's Ghanaian, but he lives in the UK, and he owns the excavator. But he said, yeah, I know those. So he came to the site, and I didn't meet him, but Brandon met him. But yeah, so he, but it just goes to show you how things work out. That's the second guy in I guess a couple weeks that knew me that was Ghanaian and lived in the UK. And the last one I actually had on my on the show, with the last video, if you saw the last video. But at any rate, we're gonna go over here to the site and we're gonna see how much work the excavator has done, and we've also got the bulldozer back working. So both machines have been very busy, and you know, we've been trying to just you know, take care of this water issue. And right now it's really about just trying to put in place some temporary measures so we can at least drive to the first area where we want to build at, you know, before we start digging the ponds and putting the permanent measures in place. We're just trying to put in place some temporary measures so that, you know, as the waters come, we can still drive to our area and you know, deliver products and you know, the materials and stuff. So let's you know, drive over here to the site, and I'll join you when I get there. Okay guys, so we're gonna continue the video, you know. So we're at the site now, and I'm joined by none other than the man himself.
Hey, how's
Mr.
everybody
Brandon.
doing today? Welcome to the bush.
Yeah,
where we are transforming it into a wonderful, sustainable community.
So the people want to know. They say they haven't seen a video going on out here, so they want to know, are we working out here?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no days off out here. We've been doing a lot of civil works. We're trying to cross our oasis, which is more or less a waterfront. And so we've been building a number of culverts and still backfilling the road, raising the level. We've had some other issues too with excessive water now that there's been some new roads constructed up the way.
Right.
But again, it's going to just give us more water. So now we're actually dealing with it so that we can send it through the land appropriately. And so we've been creating a series of levees and culverts and dams and whatnot to move that water through. And
Gotcha.
when we finish, we're going to have rivers, streams, lakes, everything. So it's
Wow.
exciting
Wow.
times.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting. So that's, hey, we're gonna take a walk through, and we're gonna see exactly what he's talking about, because you know, he's doing a lot of talking and stuff going over my mind. You know, I just thought we were coming back here to build a community. I didn't know we were coming back here to build major roads and highways and levees and dams and all of this stuff. But you know, that's what you get into. You know, a lot of people go into this real estate stuff thinking that it's just one thing, but you know, this was an issue that was brought on by something totally out of our control. The government deciding to expand the road and saying, hey, we're gonna send this water on. We don't care where it go, who it affects, and you know, unfortunately, we have to deal with it. So Brandon, you're gonna walk us through everything. All right, so guys, I'm gonna also put the map up where, you know, I'm gonna show you where I'm standing at now, and you'll see it on the map. And then as we walk through, I'll point it out in areas on the map. So right here.
So right here, this is Prime Meridian Drive. We've actually lined this road to be running along the Prime Meridian that's cutting through our property. And so this is the first major road going to the other side of the property.
And you got a culvert over here that you just put, right?
Yeah.
All right, so guys, so he just put another culvert right here, as you guys can see, to control.
So this is just to allow the groundwater to pass on to the other side of the road so that our road is not getting washed out.
Got you.
So follow us along. We're raising this level up with laterite and stones so that it'll give us a very good solid base. So this is all the oasis, you know, which is a natural waterways. And depending on how much rain and whatnot, depends on how much water is flowing through here. But again, like you've heard us say, this is tied into a much larger natural drainage vein. And so this season we've gotten an extreme amount of water like never before. And it was actually good that it happened when it happened, because we had the excavators and the right equipment out here to handle it. So let's just start right here and start panning. So again, where we're at now is over here in the yonder is our first levee and almost like a pond. So essentially what we're trying to do is stop the excessive rain groundwater that's coming, and it's coming across like a 100-yard span. So the levee wall stops all the water and allows it to kind of funnel into one place. And so we've dug literally a funnel line. It's on the other side of this small levee, and that allows the water to drain. So as we go forward, you will see the water draining. But in the meantime, a lot of these areas, we're going to start planting rice and different stuff that likes excess of water. So this is how we're going to be intercropping and growing right inside in different places, and to really take advantage of the different types of land that we have here and how everything happens.
Okay. So as we get closer to this bulldozer, you're gonna have to speak up.
Yep, definitely, definitely. Okay, so this is our waterways here. So on the right, this is where the water is flooding, and when it floods here, it now passes through our culvert and it starts this stream. And you can come and see the pressure, the water, the pressure actually builds.
Hey,
up.
now this is new. This is
Exactly.
new.
This is all new.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
So one day this is our lazy river.
So
know?
all of these rocks and stones you guys put in here,
Yep.
and you actually created this whole trench here.
Exactly.
So this whole drainage system has just been created.
And so this is going to really be a stream, a canal. And so we had the excavator in for the last 3 weeks, and we've dug this now about half a mile.
About half a mile going back.
Going down through the land. And so now this is our water.
The excavator did all of this digging.
Yeah. So
okay, and you guys just came. How did you guys fill it with the stones?
Well, these stones, we've actually went over to a mountain with our new truck, and we've been harvesting the stones and then bringing them over. And the reason why we did it here at the front of the dam is just to help with water erosion, so that way the dam won't go too deep. And so we're gonna keep on going. And this water, depending, you can see the water levels on the sides. At times this fills up when there's heavy rain. So ultimately this will be like a stream, and we can put little canoes and kayaks and stuff inside.
Okay.
So now we got some waterfront property. Just pan, we got our bulldozer over here working. So every day we're working, every day something is happening. And this is our small D4 in action. So
Nice.
So come on, let's keep on going.
So can we walk down here?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
We can. You want to go and see the stream first?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's drop
Let's
down.
go see the stream, guys. We want to take you to see the stream.
So again, the water has never consistently flowed like this. And so that was the new thing. So even some of our measures initially were calculated to be a bit smaller because we didn't anticipate this much water. And so when the water came, we redesigned, recalibrated, and put in some bigger solutions.
Right.
So here we've had the excavator go all the way in, and we've started with the width of it is about 3 meters. And we went about 1.5 meters deep. And naturally now, as the water flows, some places will get a little bit deeper as well, and we'll just really maintain it. And we're really going to actually double the width later. We drove down one side, so later the machine will drive down the other side.
Wow.
And you can see the water. I mean, it's nice, clear water. So this is going to be a nice water feature. And this is really one of the things I was missing out. All the properties I usually love to work at have water. Both the river,
right,
both some trees, so many just big bodies of water. And here we didn't have it. So in a roundabout way, my prayers were answered.
Right.
And, that just requires some work, you know. So we're putting a solution in place, and this is a large part of it. So yes, we're gonna have some waterfront property, and that's gonna be quite nice.
Yep. And I was telling him that the guy who owns the excavator actually is a subscriber on my YouTube, and we didn't know.
Yep. I was talking to him, and he heard my name, and he said, hold on. Are you on the Eric McNeil show?
How about that?
Ooh, how about that?
Yep. And his excavator has been coming in quite handy then, huh?
Definitely. And that's just about how the right people are coming together. When you need them, they come, and it's just it's natural and it's beautiful. So here we are. We've gone quite some distance, and there still is quite some distance.
Wow.
And the idea again is that the residential side, the quieter side, the privater side is over here, and the public side is over here. So this is going to also be like a natural barrier.
Oh, wow.
Where both sides come and meet at the waterfront, along the stream, along these natural elements. That's going to be quite nice.
Got
Yeah,
you.
we got, you know. I
Wow.
don't want to call it rapids. We're not quite there yet, but
It reminds me of the water park back
Yeah,
home,
yeah.
boy. We used to go down
Yeah,
and
you can
get on
have-
the inner tube, and we
Exactly.
would ride down that
Yeah.
Styx River Water World.
yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do here.
Hey.
We're gonna definitely ride down on some inner tubes. You join the inner tube here, ride all the way down,
Wow.
float to the other side. The little paddle boats with the bicycle paddle boats that you have at, like, you know.
So,
those
so you
different
mean
parks.
to tell me that none of this was here? You guys created this, all of this.
You couldn't even walk in here. This was the thick forest. You know,
Wow,
so I've been
trees
using
and
different
bushes and
GPS
everything.
software. Yep. And we came through here and charted this course. And we followed the natural lay of the land. So the river's going to twist and bend because there was no need for us to really fight what was already here. And that's what helps with the natural flow. So now this water can quickly flow. So again, it's nothing new. You know, a lot of lands that are waterlogged, what they do is they dig these drainage lines and that frees the land up. Think about New Orleans and Louisiana and stuff like that. And all of that land is reclaimed because now the water can move and it will never have that issue again.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing, guys. I mean, you know, and hopefully you guys can see it on camera, but as I'm standing here, I'm absolutely amazed at the amount. How long did it take to actually do this with the excavator,
Yeah.
Brandon?
So we've had the excavator out here continuously working for about 3 weeks. So
Okay.
we did different things at different times, but it's all collectively, and you'll see it on the drone footage. I'll let Eric share some drone footage, and you can really see the length of it. You can see what we did up at the first dam with how we kind of created this bend to really help slow down the pressure of the water as well. And,
Got you.
You know, I'll even try to get you some footage when it's actually raining because you really see this thing flowing. And so that's just, again, we're going to have some hydroelectricity going on out here with just our little dam. And again, it's just implementing all of these different sustainable solutions to solve the problem.
Wow.
There'll be a number of problems, and we just got to solve them one at a time and
Right.
put a permanent solution in place.
Right.
So let's cut through the bush here.
Okay.
We're going to pop out on the other side. And so you can kind of get a relation.
Nice. And along the way of that that drainage system that you're building, you're gonna put a pond,
Exactly.
or a few ponds, is it?
Exactly. So there'll be a few places where we're going to let the water collect so that, again, that too can help us build the pressure of the water up and really control it. So it's going to be overflowing. It's going to be like an overflow system. And so, yeah, there will be a series of key ponds at the front, and then there will be some recreational ponds in the middle.
Okay.
So we're going to be able to do both, get the water for agriculture and then just get the water for fun.
So what do you expect the size of those ponds to be? Any guesstimates right about now?
Well, the recreational ponds, I mean, they're going to be big. They're going to be, you know, probably 5 acres, and then maybe about 3 acres, and then another one at the end that'll probably have to be about 5 acres.
Got you.
The
Got
one
you.
we already have at the front is probably about 2 acres. So once we clean that up, that whole complex will probably be about 4 to 5 acres.
Got you. Wow.
So we just cut through to the other side. This was a survey line that I cut. You can see
Okay.
our pillar right there. So that's one of the pillars.
Oh, okay.
So again, with where we are now, where we left off on the road there, it curves around to join here. So this is the other side.
Okay.
This is the site of where we're going to actually be building the residential community.
Okay. So basically, this is like
This
the
is it.
first pocket, huh?
This is it. Let's walk right over there and let me show it to you. 'Cause this
All right,
is
so
it.
guys, I'm gonna show you this place on the map. I'm gonna put the map up and you'll see exactly where we are. But yeah, this is pocket 1, pocket A, the first pocket in the community, guys.
So here we are. We've had a
Okay,
bulldozer
so
over
we've
here.
cleared.
Yep,
Wow.
yep. Yep. So this
Nice.
right here is our first road going into our residential neighborhood. This is going to be a road that loops around all the pockets. So this literally right here, let me go stand so that the pocket will be behind me. This is it.
Wow.
This is the site of where we're coming to build the first pocket.
So about how many acres is this first pocket that you've cleared?
Yeah, so, well, right now we haven't cleared all of it, but we're clearing the first 7 acres.
Okay.
And right now we've crudely cleared, let's call it about 2 or 3 acres. Really what we're doing, we're leaving a lot of the bigger mature trees.
Got you.
Know, and so that's why we're really going in here and deforesting some of the jungle, but keeping the mature trees. You see some very, very big ones at the back.
Got
so,
you.
Yes, this is the first pocket.
Nice.
We have a series of homes running around down here, and the entrance to this pocket, where the cul-de-sac entrance is a bit further down here. So our beautiful road will come driving right over here, and all to your right will be homes. This will start the pockets. If you're going to the back, you can loop around to the back. You can take this front road, access all the pockets here.
Nice. Very nice.
And again, we have some beautiful, beautiful mature trees over here. The waterfront will be on your left.
You hear that, guys? You get waterfront property. Yep.
And so you can see right over here, we've started to enter inside, and that's where we're going to be going in for the first cul-de-sac road.
Okay.
And inside that cul-de-sac, it's really, the cul-de-sac is the heart of the pocket. That's the internal area, the internal green space. And so this one is going to really feature some ancient trees here. You know, these trees are taller than 100 feet. You know, these are some ancient trees. And so those, we'll maintain those. We're going to allow some of the other ones to grow, and then we're going to replant. Every step of the way, we're going to be planting more and more trees, fruit trees, and all kinds of vegetation, so that this place can truly just continue to be beautiful. We see how it was, how the Creator created it, and now we're coming to do our bit of work on it to hopefully make it better. So,
wow.
Here we are.
This is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm amazed.
Let me tell you one more thing over here. I want to take you out and show you the water, show you what we're dealing with over here.
Okay.
So we bermed up this entire wall here. This is another levee wall to really stop a lot of the water from coming this way, and then also to help encourage this water that the level should rise versus it spreading and flooding a larger area. So if we look over here, this is our little Snake Bend River here.
Got you.
And we did this to help slow down the pressure of the water. So now the water has to come around this corner and it drains through our culvert. And let's get over here to the source of it. So this was the first initial pond levee wall that was pre-existing to us. This was actually pretty full of water. And so what would happen is when that groundwater would come, it would just overflow and go off onto the land. So what we've done here is actually drain this so that now when that large water comes, more of it can retain here and slowly drain out, more controlled, so that that way we control the water flowing through the land and take back the land.
Got you.
If you look in there, you'll still see fish swimming and everything.
Now, is that the African lungfish that's in there?
Yeah, the
cool.
prehistoric,
Yeah.
you know, one of the original, you know, older than the dinosaurs.
Got you, got
you.
you.
Know, so, yep.
All right.
You can Google that or put a couple little things about the African lungfish.
Yeah.
You'll see them come up and breathe air.
They actually
so
breathe
here.
there.
Yep, they're here. We've got tilapia here.
Right.
And again, so when we're going to revitalize all of this, we're going to dig all of this deeper than it already is. But this is just how we've done some drainage. Let's walk further down here so that we can get into it. So now we can go all the way around the levee top here. So the time the excavator came, this was full of water. So he had to literally go in the water and dig a drainage line so that we could get it all out, or the majority of it out. And that's what we've done here.
Wow, wow.
So this is the scene where the original levee broke. You can see the original owners tried to fortify it with some sticks and other things, but the pressure was coming so much here that it was breaking through. And so we maintained one little body of water over there just so that the fish and everything could stay inside and not be affected. A lot of times what happens is when these heavy rains come, the fish literally get swept out of the pond, and that's where this African lungfish can literally walk on land a little bit and walk back to the water.
Wow,
So,
wow.
You know, nature has its own way of how it handles
Well,
things.
you just can't get rid of no African, can you? I don't even care if it's the African fish. He gonna survive.
You know, we're resilient. So that
Hey.
fish, that African lungfish, this water can dry up, and that fish can burrow into the ground and pretty much essentially hibernate for 4 years and wait for the water to come back before it will wiggle out of the ground and start swimming again.
Y'all hear that, guys?
So it's a really, really resilient fish.
Hey.
And, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's very, very sweet.
Say you done ate one?
Fry
Okay.
them up.
We're gonna be eating
Very,
some
very
African.
sweet. Tastes like catfish.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But this is the site of that pond. So again, this is all together is gonna be about another 5 acres here that we're gonna have. We're gonna have 3 ponds. There will be this large pond here, and then there's gonna be 2 ponds over there where we actually process and filter the water. And that water we're gonna use for different irrigation and stuff. So this will be the natural pond that we're gonna maintain the indigenous plants and everything. So we have that ecosystem. And then again, like I said, we'll process it over there. And the other lakes that this will go and feed to will be recreational lakes.
Gotcha.
We'll have some fountains on the pond to help keep the water oxygenated and keep on going.
Good deal, good deal. I like it, I like it. Yep. All right, cool.
Yeah, we're out here doing a little bit of steel bending.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Utilizing the shade because it's hot out here. I checked today, it was 110 degrees at one point.
So where does the steel go?
Yeah,
Where
so
you using this?
I'll take you over there and show you. This is the reinforcement for a lintel beam that we're doing for a little small building over here.
Gotcha.
And so we want to cast that one. So even let me take you over there and show you. Did you see our blocks?
See. Oh, okay. You got your blocks delivered.
we got
Whoa.
thousands
Got
upon
the ram protecting them?
Yeah.
Hey.
Thousands upon thousands of blocks over here. Our
Okay.
car has been going for a load every day. And we've been doing 1 load of blocks, 1 load of stone every day.
Okay, so you haven't had another problem with the car separating, coming loose?
Yes. So again, don't take these issues. Don't get frustrated by them. It happens every single day. Something happens. And there's going to be challenges. And you just got to put solutions in place and not get frustrated by them. But yeah, that car, It's carrying heavy loads, thousands of blocks,
Right.
tons of stone.
And I told them when they ship the vehicles over here, they actually dismantle the vehicles and then they have to weld them back together here. And a lot of times they don't do a good job.
Well, this time they didn't even do it. So again, they want to cram more stuff in the container, and this car itself is as long as a container. So they divide the 20-foot bed into two, so that they can fold it on top of each other and make the whole car shorter to fit inside. And when they bring it back, they're supposed to weld it, but they don't even weld it. They just attach it and screw it together.
Wow.
So when we came around the corner with a big heavy load, our car went this way and our front went a different direction.
Oh, man.
So that's what happened. So yeah, now we've fortified it 2 times over with extra wood, extra metal, extra everything. And,
man, that could have been a catastrophe on the main road.
Definitely.
Wow, that's deep.
So we keep it nice and cool out in the bush. But yep, these are our blocks.
Okay.
We're packing them over here.
All right.
We'll have them ready, and they can go straight to the site.
So about how many of these are we bringing out here this time?
Oh, we're going for 50,000.
About 50,000?
50,000. We want a nice even number. So this is probably about 10%. This is about 5,000.
It's about, 5,000.
So 10 times this that are just ready, waiting for us. And then the stone. This is the stone now for the foundations. So we're bringing that over. And the only reason why we're piling some of it down here is, again, we're doing that road works. And our coverts just dried and we can just now cross over. So now we're going to be sending all of this directly to the site, to the first pocket.
Got you.
And everything is going to be ready. You see our mixer still on standby, ready to go.
It's ready to go. Okay. It's good. It's good. Got a lot going on.
Yes, indeed. So here we are back over here, finishing up this little building. And so, yeah, that iron rod is going to go inside these lintel beams.
Okay.
That's inside the wooden formwork.
Got you.
We're going to cast the concrete beam.
Uh-huh.
To go all the way around the top.
Got you.
So here you can see it.
Yep. Okay. Very good.
Yep,
You're strong.
Good.
Saw your pigeons over there at the window.
Yeah, we got pigeons, we got ducks.
Yep.
Doing some backfilling here for the drainage fields.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
Looks like the pigeons are taking over the community bathroom windows. So what are you guys doing? Alrighty then. So guys, you see that we have not slowed down. Just because you don't see videos coming out every day, this guy's been working, I've been working, yeah, and so it has been a lot of work going on. And now you see, just like he said, one of the things that had concerned him was that, man, we came back here and we didn't have a lot of water to work with. And it's the same thing that concerned me also. I was like, man, I had looked at some more of the resort communities near the Volta, and I was getting jealous of them. I was like, man, they got all that water, nice water. And then lo and behold, when the rainy season came back, we saw all this water that we didn't see last rainy season. Yeah. So I guess, the Lord worked in mysterious ways. So so we have more than enough water to work with now. As he said, we're going to have a series of ponds, anywhere from 2 acres to 5 acres or something like that. So you're going to have a lot of water features. Some of the land that we originally thought we were going to build on is now becoming a water feature. But there's a downside to that. The downside is that we're not going to be able to build as many homes. So the master plan is almost out, and you're going to see that we had to cut it. So it means that you better buy, when we put that master plan out, I wouldn't waste any time, because you're going to see that based on what we've had to cut down to, half of the community is already sold now. So yeah, so we'll be putting that out very, very soon. But at any rate, guys, that's what we're doing back here. Very busy. We're doing more civil works than we had imagined, but this is part of it. You know, we are essentially in a valley, y'all. You know, everybody likes these mountains all around us, but at the end of the day, the water rolls downhill. So, and we have to deal with that in the valley. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. So, all right. So there you have it. Another video. You know, you like what we're talking about, go ahead. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you're thinking. And, you know, you can definitely go and check out the website, www.migratingculturecrossing.com. Take advantage of the half-price home promo while it's going on. And check me out at facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free. And as always, hoorah, ahoo. Now be free.